Tony D and Little Joan with Screenwriter's Rant on They Wait in the Dark, a movie. I don't know what it's about. It's a horror movie. I know that. Very little data to go on to. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10. I will be at the Blue Rascal Distillery today, Sunday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Come on out, learn how to hunt the Jersey Devil in Hamilton, New Jersey. Hope to see you there. Okay. So, this trailer just has nothing but music underneath. I think the plot of the movie is there's this gay couple. They've adopted a kid, and the one woman has escaped with the kid for some reason, and then this woman is hunting them. And she's a tough woman who has a knife. There's another character. They don't really explain it, and there's a little girl in it for some reason. Eventually, they catch up to her at a house. And at first I thought, oh, this is kind of interesting. It's about a lesbian couple where the one lesbian is mad about custody and they fight it out, and like nobody cares because they're lesbians and everybody just assumes they get along or something. I don't know. And the kid's caught in the middle, and like this is maybe the woman trying to save her, and then maybe you're trying to figure out who's trying to save who here. And then they show this scene at the end. So I now suspect it's a vampire movie. And that maybe the one lesbian was trying to save the kid from the vampire, maybe? I don't know. There's some sort of monster, but they don't explain what it is. They wait in the dark. And then it ends with the other lesbian I think pretending to throw a knife into a tree. I don't know if she actually does it. It looks like a trick, but good on you. It was kind of cool. Written and directed by Patrick Ray, or Rhea, who also produced it and edited it. So it's a low budget affair. And starring Sarah McGuire, Laurie Winkle, Paige, Maria, Patrick McGee. I don't know any of those people, but all right. So very little data to go on here, but I like the setup. I mean, like, for a horror movie, a couple having trouble is a good setup, right? Because you kind of got a sad situation going on where people are vulnerable. And that's what you want to set up in a horror movie. You want people who are vulnerable, so then when the horror comes in, you can kind of see, like, well, wow, they're in real trouble now, right? As opposed to people who are, like, totally ready. Like, it would be weird to do a horror movie about a bunch of survivalists who are armed to the teeth and they get, I don't know, attacked by a bunch of werewolves. I mean, it'd probably be cool, but it'd be a different kind of movie. It wouldn't be a horror movie because they'd be ready, right? Whereas these people are dealing with their own crises. I'm not sure what's happening in this scene. I'm not sure if he's forcing her hand into the fire or she's reaching for the photo, or who wants the photo, because I think it's the photo of the couple with the kid. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't think the tough lesbian is a vampire, although she might be, but then she probably wouldn't have a reason to have the knife. See, this is happier times. So that relationship is an interesting focus. I'm not sure who the little girl is. That may be one of the characters in flashback. Now here she's got blood on her face and on her mouth. So that, maybe she is a vampire? I don't know. I'm just guessing on the vampire thing. It just feels like that would be the easiest thing, and this is a low budget affair, so maybe. Maybe it might be a demon. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a metaphorical demon or a metaphorical monster. So that scene with the hand isn't real. It's what the other woman imagines in her mind. I would guess that would be part of the movie. You don't know if this is all in her mind or if it's real, which is another thing you can use in actual supernatural stories, right? For if you don't know these characters and you don't know what the movie is going into it, you're watching it going, wait a minute, is she crazy or are these actual supernatural things? It's always a good ploy, assuming you don't give it away in the trailer, which they haven't. But I would say that the trailer could use a few lines of dialogue, like the setup of who the couple is might be helpful. Just playing lullaby music in the background, it's okay, I guess. Not enough to really draw me in. I'm a little on the fence about this. Otherwise, it looks okay. I mean, it looks like it could be interesting. So, first act, you set up, I think, this lesbian escaping with their adopted son, possibly in some sort of abusive relationship, right? So, that's a good setup because it's like kind of interesting. It's like, oh, what's the dynamic there? It's a bit woke, but, you know, you could see it being interesting because there's trouble. It's not just being passed off as like, oh, it's everything's perfect because it's woke. No, this is like, it feels more like real people with real problems kind of thing, right? So that's the first act. The second act would be like, probably the beginning of it would be the other lesbian is hunting them, and but there's another factor involved with the supernatural or in somebody's mind. She shows up or tracks her down. There's a confrontation of some sort, and either becomes like a back and forth between the two mothers, or they're forced to team up against a supernatural threat that threatens everybody. And the third act would be tough. Again, a low budget, you could go in a crazy direction just to get attention, right? One way you could end it would be something like it was all in the mind of this lesbian, and she ends up killing the tough lesbian, and really you reveal that the tough lesbian was trying to save the kid from a crazy person. So that could be a horror ending. It was all in her head. The cooler ending usually is the supernatural ending, that this lesbian kills the other lesbian who's a vampire or has become a vampire, some kind of demon or whatever, and she was supernatural. Or they team up together. A happier ending is like they team up together against the supernatural entity, whatever it is, and save the day. They save their son. Maybe the tough lesbian sacrifices herself. She knows she's been, deep down, she knows she's been over the top. Maybe she drove her wife away and she redeems herself in the end by saving both of them. That would work. Yeah, I'd like that. That would be a good ending, because it would be like, oh, it's kind of a horror thing. It's scary, but in the end, you have like this sort of streak of hope, and then these two escape and go on to live their lives. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not sure what it is though, so I assume it comes out. Do we have a date on this? No date. So I assume it comes out now in February. Oh, here's a write-up. Amy, a young woman on the run with her young son, Adrian, from her abusive ex-girlfriend. There we go. Nailed it. When the past rises up to haunt them, they must confront the forces threatening them, both from outside and in. Okay, so the supernatural element brings them together. So maybe they get back together. That's another ending too, right? They kind of put aside their differences. The tough lesbian realizes, oh, I've been terrible. The other lesbian realizes, well, you have been terrible, but you realize that, but we needed you and you protected us, and so we're going to try to make it work, kind of thing. I'm not sure what the supernatural entity. I think vampire's probably the answer, but hard to tell. Would I watch it? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, it's a low budgeter. It doesn't look bad, but I don't have enough intel, really. Not enough information here to make me totally commit to it. But if I saw it on one of the streaming services, I might look into it, might watch it if I'm up for a horror movie. Um, I'm going to guess it's short. I like that. Probably a tight 90. I like movies that are a tight 90. These people who keep doing 2 hour and 10-minute movies, what the hell are you doing, man? I got stuff to do. I just want to be in and out of a movie. 90 minutes is, it's not just like, oh, that's great for the movie theaters. It's like great for me. I don't want to see a 2 hour plus movie. I just don't. You're going to have to make it like friggin' awesome for me to sit through 2 hours. You know, The Pale Blue Eye, it was 2 hours and 10 minutes, which, quite frankly, I think you could probably could have cut 10 minutes out of that, but if you really tried, but it was worth it. Big stellar performances. This, tight 90, I'm in and out. Okay, I saw a movie. So yeah, I don't know. I just got stuff to do, man. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Jones. Speaking of stuff to do, join me at the Blue Rascal from 4 to 6 today on Sunday. And join me on the live stream afterwards at 9 p.m. I'm going to push it back to 9. So hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.